We're ready to film. Okay.
But Bank wants the flame tune.
My driveline in? I want the driveline in so I can go pick Christmas tree up. Be like Kyle says Bill Bank, not me.
Remember, fellas, no cursing.
No hoods either. Look trashy with hoods on.
I don't have a hat really.
A trashy little
Well,
bombast.
actually, I can just leave it there. Huh?
Look, your head's all shiny though. You shaved. Yeah, head tattoo.
My first tattoo. Yeah, tattoo.
Your first tattoo is just the balls on the walls, one just on your head.
All right, give
Yeah.
us an intro. Say, go stand over there.
Yeah, what do you want me to do?
I want a hat.
Hello, mates. On a side note, you know that fucking Bronco hood that was laying against the fucking...
No.
Yeah.
What happened? What happened?
Bronco hood fell over.
Where was it?
Well, it didn't fall over, it blew.
Oh.
So remember when I said, we'll see if he comes back? He came back
Wait, when did we say that?
on the last video of this. Maybe he
Maybe
wants to
he'll
come
want
back
more.
for more sauce.
We'll see.
I don't know.
We'll find
see.
out.
There's like a reel.
Oh, it was
but
on
he
the
didn't
reel?
put that part in, but like, I
Oh,
can still
so on the
reference it
reel.
today.
You guys probably haven't seen that reel if you're here from YouTube. If you're here from Instagram, you've probably seen that reel. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Hurricane Motorsports. My name is Jesse, and on today's episode, we will be tuning this customer's twin turbo R8. If you guys have seen the previous video of this one getting tuned, that was a blast. Unfortunately, this one's not going to be as much horsepower. We're shooting for...
I heard 1350 was off the table.
It's a very similar setup to this. It's not as powerful. Hopefully, you'll scroll back and you'll watch the video on this one if you haven't seen it. That was a fun one. And now, why don't we take a walk over here, go talk about this one right here that Jordan built, and we'll give you the full rundown on our interaction with this customer and how many times he's been back for good reason, because he just wants more and more power. Whoa, hold on, I need to give you a tan here. You're bright.
When we first got to know this customer, he came in, he wanted a turbo kit for his Gen 2 R8 here. We did a Gold Line B-Road kit on there. Did about 800, 850 the first time around. If you guys saw the reel, he's pretty addicted to the sauce.
Oh, he's driving down the middle of the road.
Right? So he came in a second time. He got a max ECU put in. He got fuel injectors put in, and the boost turned up. He left about 1050, 1100, if I remember correctly. Don't say So he came back a third time. He got 1200s instead of 680s. 680s were the previous run. He also this time got a Deca 1800 HD billet clutch put in. But tore all this apart, pulled the trans out, replaced the clutch, did some modification to the stator for the clutch as well. Now we're on the dyno. We're about to do some power runs. We got to get suited up for that. And we're going to shoot for 12 to 1300. I don't know where I was going with that. I kind of fizzled.
Just be more animated and ready to give the people what they want, which is more horsepower and more fun, more laughs. Have we talked to the tuner yet? Is he linked in? Is he locked in? Is he ready to go?
He said 1 sec.
Tuner said 1 sec. We are just moments away from doing our first pull with this car. The last time he tuned this car, it was very seamless, simple interaction. Ran great. It was so fast. And it's going to be even faster. In just a few minutes, we're going to start doing our first dyno runs and getting a new tune on this twin turbo Audi R8. I'm excited for this one. And another thing, we have a special surprise for this car. It was a different tuner that tuned Kyle's car, and he didn't put a flame tune on there. But the owner of this car and the tuner are different, and the tuner for this car is going to put a flame tune on here. That should be fun. I wonder how intense it's going to be. We'll see. We'll see. And another thing, you should know this too. Last night we ordered a new camera for our YouTube videos.
You know what I'm talking about. It's got a little frilly.
It has a better mic, so we don't have to use mics anymore.
Great.
And it has a flip around screen, so we can see, so I can see myself when I'm selfieing. So until then, until the tuner gets here, we're just gonna yap, talk about stuff. How's your home life? A couple of them YouTubers that we watch are like, wow, they're really gonna come. They just yap. They just talk and talk and talk. That's one thing. You're doing pretty good at it. Kyle needs to work on lengthening his sentences. But when he talks to us, like has conversations with us about like the car or whatever, he can carry it on.
When it's he and I, and it's not like prompted to be like, hey, you're on camera now, say the things.
That's why when I don't have the camera, you guys are mid conversation. I'm like, stop talking. I need the camera, and then I come back, and then you guys like. While we wait, I'm gonna get some cinematic angles of this. We are just moments away from kickoff.
Just moments away.
Just moments away. Can you back the car up so the BBS is the right way?
Sure.
You're lucky, bud. You're lucky. How different? You're in the way of the camera. Because I see the part that blew off on Kyle's car is already capped on here. How much different is the wiring and the hose situation on this one compared to Kyle's car? Is it pretty similar or quite different?
Oh, it's the same.
It's the exact same?
Well, actually, it's not. So the PCV, the catch can right there, the Radium Boy, that was implemented because the Gold Line kit does not have the word recall. Come on. The intake aluminum piece. So on the Platinum kits, off of the compressor housing, they have a little elbow for the air filter. And in that elbow, the PCV hose goes into and vents the PCV system and just runs it back into the intake. On the Gold Line kit, the air filters just go straight onto the turbos, so there's no pipe to be able to pull vacuum on it. So this one has a radium catch can with some check valves going through it. So under boost, the check valves close, and under vacuum, they open to be able to vent the crankcase. As far as the hoses and stuff like that, they're mainly the same. It still has the breakout here for the blow-offs and the map for the Max ECU. Fuel rails are different. These are B-Rogue fuel rails with the integrated flex fuel sensor on the rail itself. Kyle's has radium fuel rails, and the whole plumbing kit is something I made. I teed into it, and then off the return on the driver's side, I have the flex fuel just going in the return in the back into the tank. Kyle's has the integrated fuel pressure regulator that goes on the radium fuel rails, whereas this one has an entire fuel pressure regulator mounted off to the side on the driver's side here, which is a bracket that holds the fuel filter and it returns straight from there. So there's only one hose that comes off of this one to be able to pull the intake and the rails, whereas that one has two. It has the return coming off of the integrated fuel pressure regulator and the feed on the back.
Which one did you like building more?
That one I had to work out how I was going to do it. This one was already set up.
Oh no, Kyle.
What? How'd they get on my roof? Whose drivelines down here? You're like a little goblin that just puts things in places. Oh, let's see what this brainiac wants. Yes, Jacob.
Alright.
Okay. Love you, bye.
So at the current point, we're at the mercy of the tuner and on his time frame. So while we have a little time to kill, we're gonna pop back on to Kyle's car, do a couple things to get it drivable. We have a fun video coming up for that. We need to get the drive line back in and a couple panels up underneath there to finally 100% wrap Kyle's car up. So let's kill some time and work on Kyle's.
That's an Irish breastfed baby.
I'll lower the old girl down.
Of course, Jordley. You know, ever since you worked on my car,
It makes 1,500 horsepower.
it makes 1,500 horsepower. How much you want to come down?
Just come down slowly so I can make sure this pad hits. Keep on coming. She's like right there, so go ahead.
If that flame tune's pretty cool, like, I know flames are
Can't say gay.
I know flames are lame. I don't know. Flames are cool. That's what the rep from O'Reilly said. It was a low pro lift, and this is the least low pro lift ever. I guess that's what I get for listening to an O'Reilly's rep. You know, the longer I look at this Evo I bought, the more I realize that bumper, the rear bumper doesn't match the rest of the body. It's got dents. It's got rust on that corner.
There is rust.
Well, I quite frankly don't really care about these side skirts anymore, so. Are you f***ing kidding me? I say we just lift it by the side skirts. Don't touch my wheel like that. Now this is what a toolbox is supposed to look like. Ain't that right, Jordan? I'm gonna just Sharpie it in a little bit. My trans case is leaking pretty good. Well, that's alright. We'll just rip her until she blows. Where do you got zip lines? Or zip ties? You have a zip line over here?
I wish. That'd be dope.
You couldn't have given me a smaller fucking zip tie. I'm used to working with small things. I'm digging all these Gen 2s in here right now. I wanted to get room in here so we can get the Evo, Red Evo over here and our blue R8 so it's not sitting outside in the elements. These Matco trays are pretty sweet.
All the Matco stuff you want with my link, Kyle Mongan 20.
Exactly. Matco and Snap-on, I don't think sponsor anyone. You smell like salami.
Salami?
Yeah, you smell like a salami. Like like the salamis is like the Christmas salamis. Let them rip tater chip. Oh, fucking bitch. It's the one thing that never gets old, wrenching.
Come down.
Can I just lower this on my neck while I stand straight? Can you hold that real quick? Three more. Down here, right? For the push legs. It's like unwrapping a 1,500 horsepower present. We need to just get Jelly Bean in here, rub her tits all over this thing or something like that. That'll go viral. I don't know who that is. Jessica knows what Jelly Bean is.
I think you were just missing your lock caps. They're all in there.
I only have.
Aren't you? You have the caps. Nice.
Oh my god. Bing, bang, boom. I pleasured myself to Mrs. Buttersworth today. Well, there we have it, folks. Another completed project.
Holy! That was a flame, dude. What?
I wasn't expecting that.
Dude, that was a flame.
That was gate. That was like 5 pounds. 0.28 bars, like 5-ish pounds.
All right, guys, the moment you've been waiting for. You just saw the first pull of this car. He's just getting a baseline right now to make sure everything's all working right, and then he's gonna turn it up from there. This thing left last time at what, 1,100 some horsepower? This thing is gonna be nuts. I'm not sure if you saw that fireball because my camera tipped over. Huge. That was a massive flame. I mean, that was a fireball. It wasn't really a flame, but it's gonna be fun.
Okay. We need to fill it up with the 85. He's at 56 right now. He wants to get it up. He already has his pump gas tune already like in it, so it won't matter. That went well. We got 811 horsepower. That was on gate pressure, 5 pounds, 0.28 bar. We're putting it, these ums are gonna kill me. Putting the 85 in it. It's at E56 right now. According to the ethanol sensor, we're going to fill it up with the 85 all the way up to the top, and we're gonna see if we can achieve 75%. We should be able to, considering the content that's in it already, plus the 85 that's going in it. So we will find out. Find out on the next episode of Dragon Ball Z. I got to get some load on it because it's running off DIs right now, so it won't see the ethanol content unless the ports are firing and circulating. It won't turn on the pump unless it's under load.
So we have no fuel leaks, which is great. Hey, Jordy,
What up?
did you grease the turbos?
I did.
You did? Okay.
I did the one side because the other one's brand new.
Yeah, I was.
Do you want to put like 3 pumps in the brand new one? I put 8 in the old one.
How many did you put in the new one?
I did.
You didn't grease the new one?
No, because it had evidence of it being greased. We can put a couple in it. Just waiting for a text back. Not doing a pull, I'm just putting load on it.
We didn't smoke out of the exhaust. There was a bit of it's like bluish, huh?
Grease?
I don't know, it's like bluish out of both tailpipes. Yeah, the turbo housing is the new one's starting to smoke a little bit, like burning off. Yeah, it's that new housing. I thought I was going crazy. I was talking to them in the window. I saw smoke blow past the window. I was like,
Full pull!
full pull. 59%.
We had like 66.
And
That's
it
why we're doing. That's why we're doing pulls, because like only under full load does it hit the port side injectors, and so then it starts flowing through the ethanol sensor. Another one. That's a jump.
Very nice.
That's quite a jump, bud. 400 horse. Get it all up in you.
Last time Bank was here, he was only what? 11?
It was like, I thought it was like under 11.
Yeah, it was like 1090, right? Or something like that. Does he do map switching for the Flame or not? Or is it just built in?
He did do a map switch for Bank. It was like 0 and 1.
Yeah. Just by doing injectors and the clutch, he's already up another 100 and...
And the drivability is better because he's got, what is that, 200 extra horse, 250, right in that 7,000 range. So it comes up, like stands up real hard now.
Yeah.
Whereas before it was super...
I'm excited to see how these Deca clutches hold up.
I'm excited to put these Deca clutches in because it's like a 3-minute install.
I should text him and be like, you should fly down tomorrow so we can recreate our other Instagram video. Plus, I would end up downtown buying the entire Night Owl or the entire Blind Buck.
That wasn't the same night, was it?
That was yeah, it was.
Oh.
The night that I don't remember anything. I remember getting downtown to his parking outside the Davenport, and that was it. And it was lights out. What do you say?
Pull.
Full pull, full pull, pull. I feel like I'm going to be an accessory to murder by allowing Penn to drive this vehicle.
Seriously.
That is wild. Dude, I'm trying to hold the camera and film and listen to everything going on. My ears are ringing. That video is wild. I know, I need some of those.
Intake air temps are peaked. They're hitting 81C.
Now we done tuning?
That's Celsius. That's like top tier. That's it.
How much more are you trying to pull out of it?
He's setting it up to do 1225.
She's saying everything good?
Yeah.
Nice.
60 is 140. So what, another, call it 40 on top of that? So he's at like 200 air. It's fucking hot. Get it back down to 1225. It's hitting 200 degrees intake air temps because of those coolers. Coolers are not happy.
Wow. All right, guys. That was wild. The Flame Tune is nuts. That was super, super, super aggressive in person and so loud. My ears are still ringing. This car is done. It's ready to go back to the customer. 1,266 horsepower. It's more than enough for your fun car. I think he's going to be happy. We know he's going to be happy, but knowing our customer here, he may come back for more horsepower. It could be interesting. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, comment. We appreciate all of you for joining in on our journey here at Hurricane Motorsports. On the next episode, we will be building this final edition Evo. Unless something else comes up. We got a lot of stuff going on. There's so much horsepower in this shop. Good night, guys.